Hey everybody, welcome to my new video here. I'm going to talk about my keto tips and some a few easy recipes that I use to since I've started my keto plan. Yeah, they've some of these tips that I'm going to share with you really helped me lose weight last year. I'm one of those people who find it hard to be consistent with diets and exercise, day in, day out on a regular basis. I'll get to going for about 2 or 3 weeks and, then I'll go say, hey, I'm going to a barbecue with my buddies and have some beer. And the next thing you know, I forgot all about my diet, man. But, falling off the wagon doesn't have to mean giving up forever, right? So, anyway, I hope you all join me on my journey to lose about 30 pounds over the next 90 days by following a keto diet and throwing in a little exercise along the way, right? And by the way, hello, welcome to Boomer Theory, where I talk about baby boomer related topics. My name's Dave. I'm a 61-year-old baby boomer and also a newbie YouTube creator, as I'm sure you can tell. Hopefully, I'll get better as time goes. Okay, so let me jump right into it. Like I said, I've got a specific measurable goal. I'm going to lose 30 pounds in the next 90 days. And here's how I'm going to do it. Tip number one, I'm going to start on the weekend because when I eat needs to change. And I'll need a few days to get used to that. So instead of just eating throughout the day, anytime, day or night, I'm going to pay attention to when and what I eat. I'm not going to have my first meal until 11 o'clock in the morning, and my last meal will be around 5 o'clock. So I'm going to try to keep it within a 6 hour window, all my eating within a 6 hour window. You could say, for example, I could do 10 to 4, 11 to 5, noon till 6. So, that means I'm going to have 18 hours from the time I finish my last meal until I eat my next meal the next morning at 11 o'clock if I'm, going 11 to 5. And, that's called intermittent fasting. You probably heard of it. It's going to allow me to burn fat during those 18 hours that I'm not eating. You know, the problem with just eating day in, day out, eat a bowl of ice cream before I go to bed. I mean, it's obvious that that's not a diet plan, but on top of that, your body doesn't have time to burn the fat you've already added. You're just adding new fat and burning some of that, and what you can't burn, is going to store back on as more fat. So it's a never-ending cycle. I know if I eat the right foods, I'm not going to feel like I'm starving, but it's going to take a few days to adapt to this new routine. So I'll just hang in there, and I know it's going to get easier. That's what lets me do it. I've done it before, and yeah, I know the first 2 days going to be a little rough to get used to it, but I was surprised when I did this last year. It really, I adapted pretty quickly. All right, so tip number two, I'm going to use a carb counter phone app for the first few weeks. And that's going to help me understand how much protein, fat, and carbs I'm consuming. Keto is a very low carb diet plan, right? And the free app that I use is called Carb Manager. You can get it on Play Store, Google Play Store, or at carbmanager.com. It's definitely the way to go, especially the first few weeks, because it'll tell me, hey, if I eat 2 hard-boiled eggs at breakfast, these are the number of protein, number of grams I've had, and so on. The other thing I know is if I really want to succeed at this, I need to get rid of some foods that I got in my house. So I'm going to give some things to my neighbors. If it's almost empty, I'm just going to throw it away. But if it's something I haven't opened yet, something my neighbor, their kids, somebody would love to have my Reese's peanut butter cups, for example, things like that. I'm gonna get rid of them because if I've got them here in my house and I see them, I'm gonna be tempted to cheat. If I don't have it here, it makes it a little harder. I have to think about I'm gonna go out and buy me some Reese's peanut butter cups. So, and this also includes alcohol. I feel like this is a good time to evaluate my drinking and, find other healthier ways to enjoy myself. So, yeah, and not that I'm saying that I drink a lot, but just alcohol kind of defeats the purpose. For one, it's also going to make me less concerned about my diet. I start drinking alcohol and I'll eat whatever they put in front of me at that point. Your liver has to work on the alcohol. It forgets all about dealing with the fat. So it throws your body out of whack, is what it does. So going 90 days without drinking alcohol. And so, there's specific foods I need to avoid. It's mainly anything that's high carb related things like potatoes, French fries, breads, oatmeal, starches, anything that's starchy, you pretty much need to not eat it. Or you're not going to be what they call within the keto state, which is what's going to allow your body to burn the fat. So that's what you need to do. Get rid of all the starchy carbs and start following a keto diet plan. Well, that means also, like tip number four, I'm going to say is I need to quit going out to restaurants for a few weeks. Once I'm used to the keto lifestyle, when I go out to eat, I'll order grilled chicken or grilled salmon, you know, and not hamburger and French fries, right? Not a big old cheeseburger and French fries. It's going to take some getting used to doing something different. But I also have to look at what's important to me. Do I want to live longer? Do I want to be healthier? I could live longer and be unhealthy, but if I want to enjoy my life, take some nice vacations, and feel good about myself, and feel like I've got some energy to do some things, then I need to change my lifestyle. So, like I said, grilled chicken, salmon, and then for sides, maybe some kind of grilled veggies. Or if I'm going to do a salad, make sure I do a vinegar and oil type dressing instead of a ranch or anything like that. So that's my plan about restaurants. Just avoid them as much as possible, period. Tip number five, just regarding the keto lifestyle, I've got to pay attention to the macros, which are the protein, fat, and carbs. And again, that's where that Carb Manager app is going to help a lot. So for me, say a 200-pound man, I'm actually 210. I've been actually doing this keto diet for the past few days now, and I'm at 205. So it's already working. And it tends to do that when you first start. I think maybe it has to do with maybe I'm losing some water weight. I don't know. But, you know, I should consume about 200 grams of protein, about 180 grams of fat, and no more than 30 grams of carbs. Like I say, that's for a 200-pound man. That's based on me exercising about 3 days a week. And the Carb Manager app has a wizard. When you first load it, set it up, it'll walk you through what your goals are. And my goal is I just selected lose weight. You can select a bunch of stuff on there, feel more energetic, blah, blah, blah. But I picked one goal, lose weight. I looked at what it came out to, and I made sure my calories for the day should be 2,000 or less. In fact, I try to keep it to less. And every time I eat something, I put it in the app. So like I said, when I get up in the morning, you know, maybe do some exercise, get ready to eat, have all the ingredients that I need, and that's my next tip. Tip number six, make sure I've got recipes to follow and all the ingredients I need to prepare my meals. So for example, now I'm not going to in this video make a list of all the food and all the ingredients. The app will help you with that. Let me tell you, the app really helps. And there's a lot of resources online for keto diets, but really the app's telling me this is what I need to do. And if I avoid all the starchy foods, it's going to work. So first few weeks, what I do is I'm just going to eat the same thing pretty much. For breakfast, I'm going to have Greek yogurt with blueberries, and I've got some protein powder that is unflavored protein powder. I bought it at Walmart, and one scoop of that. I mix it in with the with the yogurt and the blueberries. I get the frozen blueberries at Walmart, the wild blueberries in the freezer, and I put about a half a cup of those with about a quarters cup of the yogurt. I look at what's one serving on this. I get the big tub of Greek yogurt at Costco. Is the Kirkland brand, and I'll look at that and I'll say, okay, three-fourths cup, I believe, is what it is listed as a serving. So I'll have one serving. I actually also bought a food scale on Amazon. It's another good thing to have first starting out, so I can, if I really want to be accurate, and to be honest, now that I know how many tablespoons I can put in a bowl, I know how much is three-quarters cup of yogurt now that I've done it enough. The other thing is I put, like I said, the protein powder, the blueberries, and a handful of macadamia nuts in the bowl. And again, I got those at Costco. They got a big bag of macadamia nuts. I mean, it's probably about $15, but it's a healthy nut for the keto diet and for exercise for protein. Anyway, that's what I do for breakfast. I also do a lot of times I'll do bacon and eggs. Say like three strips of bacon and a couple eggs. Now I'll do the eggs. Sometimes I'll fry them. Sometimes I'll boil them. I can also make an omelet or scrambled eggs with a little shredded cheese. And I could do ham and eggs, sausage and eggs. Again, whatever I eat, I put into the Carb Manager app, and it's going to tell me how much I've consumed and what I got left to meet my goals for the day. So that's the cool thing about it. It'll keep me on track, and if I go over, I know I went over. So if I go on the scale tomorrow and say, oh, well, I didn't lose anything, I gained a pound, well, I know why. So that's breakfast. Lunch, I'll do something like tuna salad with hard-boiled eggs, pickle relish, onion, and then I get the mayo made with olive oil. And I'll put that on like a romaine lettuce leaf and eat that. And remember, I'm doing all this within a 6-hour window. So I may be calling it breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but whatever it is, it's going to be within a 6-hour window. And then you'll find what I found, I should say, is trying to hit these macro levels. If it says, hey, I need 180 grams of fat or protein, or, it's hard to do within a 6-hour window. I'm going to be full within that window if I actually hit those numbers. And the same thing with, the carbs, just avoiding the carbs. It can be hard to do. I mean, I need to also look on that Greek yogurt is got, I don't know if it's 5, 6, 7, 8 grams of carbs. It's under 30. I need to keep track. What do I got to do to keep it under 30? And that's what that app's going to do, is help me with that. But again, lunch, like I say, is I can have tuna salad. I don't have to eat 3 times a day either. Whatever I can do, though, within 6 hours to get those numbers, to hit the calorie level, the macro levels that I need, because I also want to maintain the muscle that I have. I don't necessarily, it's not easy to add muscle while you're on a keto diet, but if you can at least maintain what you have, while you're losing weight, you're going to feel like you've added muscle and you're going to look better. So that's it. Dinner, I can do something like blackened salmon with steamed veggies, something like that. I'll go to Aldi's and buy, they got a bag of frozen wild salmon, and I'll grab that, thaw out a piece of the salmon, put some olive oil or coconut oil. I love coconut oil with my cooking my salmon in coconut oil, and I've got some Cajun type seasoning that I'll throw on the salmon. I'll grill it on both sides, and boom, I love salmon. And so I'll do something like that, and maybe steam some broccoli to go with it. Again, I could have a little salad if that's what I want. And I tend to make my own salad dressing now with I'll use some olive oil and balsamic vinaigrette you can buy at the grocery store and make my own dressing. Throw in some Italian seasonings in there. So again, I'm not gonna create a bunch of recipes to put on here, at least not on this video. But those are some ideas of the kind of meals that I've chose to eat. And there's tons of videos out there that also cover the keto diet. Tons of videos on YouTube. I know one guy, he talked about eating eggs for 1 week, just eggs. I don't know if I could go to that level of only eating eggs, but he says you're going to lose quite a bit of weight if you do that. I do know that this diet does work, the approach that I just mentioned. Carnivore is another one. You could certainly do the carnivore diet. There's a lot of people out there that love that. The other thing about the keto diet, it has been shown from what I hear from some of the videos I've watched and some of the things I've read, that it will help with certain things. For instance, by cutting out starches or cutting out certain things from my diet. Say for instance, I cut out dairy. If I've had any rashes or you know, I get to know my body a little bit better, and I find out, oh, I've noticed I've had headaches or I've had rashes or, I break out something like that. And if I cut out these food groups, certain food that doesn't happen, I may have found out that, hey, maybe I'm allergic to that. I've also seen where the keto diet's helped other areas with health. Losing weight is going to be the key there, right? By losing weight, I'm going to be a lot healthier than if I was just continued on sitting at home eating my bowl of ice cream. For me, I want to go ahead and try to make a difference and enjoy what rest of life I do have, rather than having to take the next step and be on oxygen and maybe have healthcare providers coming to my house because I can't even move. I got so big. Um, well, anyways, that's my point. And if you like this video, check out some of my upcoming videos. I'm going to break down some more details about my exercise plan over the next 90 days. I'm going to share my weight loss progress, um, and I'm going to try to do a video at least once a week. So check that out. I've got a lot more ideas too around this healthy lifestyle habit that maybe it'll help you. But I welcome you to join me on my journey, and feel free to leave comments in this video and in my future videos. And I definitely hope to hear from you. I've already heard from a few people from some of my past videos, and I respond back. So again, welcome. Have a great day. Talk to you again soon.